Okay, welcome everyone. Sorry, this is a new test. I got my phone sideways using my light holder to video record the computer screen. My GoPro is not working out that well. It does 5 minutes and then it chops it off. So I can't do that. I gotta roll with the flow to give you guys the best content. I've been spending about 2 hours doing this, and I'm about to give up, but I'm gonna address a question that was asked on Instagram when I can find my phone. It's right next to me somewhere. Oh, the phone's, I'm using my phone. So the question was, I was like, hey, what's up, Tuck? I'm still having a hard time understanding the Wyckoff methodology. This is from @the_analyst, something like that. That's his name. I'm having a hard time understanding the Wyckoff methodology, and more specifics, the phase A. Could you help basically elaborate on that or explain more about it? And so I'm going to read you guys exactly what it is, what happens in it, and then I'm going to read it kind of fast, but I'll explain it to you on the chart after I'm finished reading it. Okay? So without further ado, we're going to turn the phone around now, and we got our computer screen. What's his name? MacGyver am I? Tuck the MacGyver man. So there's three graphs that Wyckoff has. There's accumulation, and that's one. There's one phase. This is just one version, and then there's another accumulation phase. This is another version, and the difference between the two is that the spring test in phase 1 is down here. So the lowest low actually goes from high, medium, low. And then the other one that can trip people out is high, medium, high. So there's just a dip of, like, you get, like, these are your two best shots at getting it as low as possible. And then there's the distribution phase. This is followed by or before the accumulation phase. So it goes into accumulation and then goes into distribution and then goes into reaccumulation. And it just does that like a circle. And so this, and each of these graphs, 1, 2, they all have these phase A, B, C, D, and E. And in this website called schoolstockcharts.com is where I found this information. And I'm going to read to you exactly what is happening in phase A. Just block out all this, pretend it's not there, and focus on just this part right here. Phase A marks the stopping of the prior downtrend. Up to this point, supply has been dominant. The approaching, the word is denomination, I don't know, but it means that the approaching importance of supply is evident in the preliminary support, which is the PS right here, and a selling climax, which is right here. These events are often very obvious on bar charts, where widening spreads and heavy volume depicts the transfer of huge numbers of shares from the public to large professional interests. Once these intense selling pressures have been relieved, an automatic rally consists of both institutional demands for shares as well as short covering. Typically ensues a successful secondary test, ST, which is right here, in the area of the SC. So here and here, let me read this again. Where am I? One of these. A successful secondary test in the area of the SC will show less selling than previously and a narrowing of the spread and decrease in volume, generally stopping at or above the same price as the SC. This is really important. This first phase A is just so important. See, if the ST right here goes lower than that of the SC, if this was to go lower, then, where does it say that? Then of the SC, one can anticipate either a new low, like if this didn't go like, if this didn't go like this and it went down, we could anticipate another low, possibly. That's what it's saying right there. Or a longer consolidation or accumulation, basically. And where am I now? Yeah. So the lows of the SC and the ST and the high of the AR set the boundaries of the TR. Horizontal lines may be drawn of the TR. Horizontal lines may be drawn to help focus attention on the market behavior as seen in 2 accumulation schematics above. Sometimes the downtrend may end less dramatically without climatic price and volume action. In general, however, it's preferable to see the PS, the SC, AR, and the ST, as these provide not only a more distinct charting landscape, real important, but a clear indication that large operators have definitely initiated accumulation. So this, going through this part right here, tells you that we are in a the key's locked and the door's closed. The door's closed and the key's locked. You know what I'm trying to say. And so it's kind of setting up what's going to happen here. And then this could be the numbers, the price, right? So, but in a reaccumulation TR, which occurs during a longer term uptrend, the points representing the PS and the SC and the ST are not evident in phase A. So that's really important. Rather, in such cases, phase A resembles more typically seen in distribution, seen below. Phases B through E generally have a shorter duration. This is really important too. Shorter duration and smaller amplitude than that. But are ultimately similar to those in preliminary accumulations. So I'll explain this now. What it's saying is basically, look, this is the stock going down, crashing down, and eventually, right, it has to stop at some point, right? This is common sense. So it stops. And now is the period of G. Where are we going to set our boundaries? Where is it? Here's the PS, that's the preliminary support. But then there's the selling climax where people just sold and sold and sold to bring it down. And then people rebought up in it, and they sold it again and bought it again. It could potentially, and play this game of doing that. But what they're saying in this, that are some of the most important things I got out of this paragraph are this. How can you tell what's going on if a phase A is actually a phase A? Is if the widening, this V right here, is wider than this following V, right? I mean, this is wider and this is narrower. That's your confirmation that you have a Wyckoff like officially happening. This kind of confirms the rest of the story. And the rest of the story also is saying that the heaviest, like I would say, change in percentage of stock dynamics, or like going up and down, is in this beginning phase A, and I'd argue in part of phase B. And then by phase B through E, there's not much of a price movement. It's kind of, up and down, like 35, 40, 35, 40, 35, 40, and this was like 60 and then 40 or something like that, just to give you, an idea. And so that was a very important indicator right there. And then they said one other thing in here that was really important. This part. In a reaccumulation, the TR, I got to find out what that is, but it occurs during a longer uptrend. The points representing PS, SC, and ST are not evident in phase A. So when it's basically it goes through this, right? And then it goes to this. And then it goes back to this. But they're saying it's not going to be the same strategy with the V being wider here and narrower here. That's what I'm getting out of this part of this. But this is very important, shit or stuff, guys. Like, I'm dead serious. I wouldn't go out of my way to make this and do this for 2 hours trying to make a video for y'all and and myself too, because I'm learning at the same time. But you can look and study these things. It looks like there's kind of a downtrend like there, but then it gets corrected at this point and then starts working its way up. You gotta keep your eyes on the downside. Imagine a bunch of weight trying to get pushed down, and then you have resistance going up. Or maybe the opposite. You have resistance here, and this is your support. And sometimes it can get broken through, and sometimes it breaks through. And that's kind of why we have support lines. So I hope that you guys found this video helpful, and the way that I arranged it too, with the camera on the side and using that versus the GoPro. I'd love any comments on this to help me help you guys and help us make money, because that's what it's all about, and telling other people, helping other people, that's what we also remember. I have to remember. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching my videos on YouTube at Tuck Notes, and on Instagram, as I've said before, and I'll say it again, and some of you that hopefully listen and are still watching this video. I post things on my daily chart at Tucker MLO, all the time, regarding things like Elon Musk or any important stock related news, because it's 10 times faster to get out to you guys than going through the YouTube, the whole deal. So that's it. I love you guys. Stay safe and stay cool, and watch your money. Just be careful. All right, be very careful. Don't do what I did last year and lose a lot. I love you. Bye.